We have seen a lot of fluctuations and movements in the Pokemon card market in the last couple of weeks, especially when it comes to Sword and Shield promo singles. We have seen a lot of changes in prices with singles in the 25th anniversary and sealed product celebrations as well. In this video, I'm going to show you what has been moving the most and what changes we have seen in the last couple of weeks when it comes to this Sword and Shield promos and celebrations as a set, so that you can better make decisions when it comes to collecting or investing in the Pokemon card market. My name is Rafael, and I run an online TCG business, TopShelfCollectibles.com, from the basement of my house in Illinois. And in the channel, I show you the ins and outs of running an online TCG business, as well as collecting, investing, the data, and the Pokemon market as a whole. Quick disclaimer, this video, it's not financial advice. It is not me telling you to go and buy a ton of these singles that are doing massive moves right now, because honestly, singles, it is very volatile and it's very risky to try to make an investment move on singles, in my opinion. But again, I'm not here to tell you what you can do or what to do with your money, but I'm here to inform you based on data, based on what we've seen in the last couple of weeks, and kind of consolidate everything into one nice video that you guys can watch and kind of make your own decisions as you go through. So again, not financial advice. I'm just showing you what's happening right now, and if there is potential place for making some money in the future, so that you can then focus on purchasing whatever it is that you enjoy and love when collecting in the hobby. All right, you guys. So the first card that we're going to look at here is the Greninja Star promo from Celebrations. This card has done a massive price increase in the last couple of days, since June 26th. Every single day we have seen sales for this card. 82 items sold, 139 items sold, 150 again, 94, 30 items. All in all, we're looking at more than 1,000 cards sold for this Greninja card, and we have seen them in the groups. We have seen them over and over in slabs and singles. A lot of people are hoarding a lot of copies of this card and trying to offload it in the market. When you see things like this, it is really hard to say that this is normal, because in 1 month, a 226% increase, it's just normally doesn't happen. So that this could be a level of manipulation that we haven't seen yet, especially with a card, Greninja, for 25th anniversary. Of course, the 30th anniversary is around the corner. That plays a role, as well as the population count for PSA 10. This card at PSA 10 is $353 in a 10. So as you can tell, a $24 card right now, $20 to get it graded. If you get it into a 10, you're all in at like 40-50 bucks, and you have the potential for a $350 PSA 10. So again, there's a lot of eyes on this card right now, a lot of movement happening with this card. The Umbreon from Celebrations also is seeing a massive increase, 87% in the last 3 months and 81% just in the last month. So that tells you right here, this card was $30 to $40 for a long time. It was hovering around that price point for a very long time, and just recently it is now shut up with a 98 items sold, and it continued to be sold every single day, and now it's now sitting at around $40, $42. And this card, in my opinion, like I told you guys before, it is very risky to get into buying a ton when the market does this with singles, because it is just a risky thing to do, and I wouldn't recommend anybody to get in and try to do this. There is groups out there and people that have deep pockets that do this as a manipulative way of making money. They'll go out, they'll buy out as much as they can, and then quickly will turn around and sell it. They are capitalizing on you having the fear of missing out, right? FOMO is what they call it. So when you make decisions based on fear, based on emotion, you tend to make mistakes. So again, this is not financial advice. This is just me showing you the data of what we've seen in the last couple of days. This Umbreon in a PSA 10 is $260. Again, it is going for about $42 or so in TCG Player. eBay, I guess, is going up to $50 now, but it's $260 in a PSA 10. It's making a lot of moves. That's Secrum from 25th anniversary. We have the Black and Ball and White Flare coming up here very soon, and this Secrum has seen not as crazy as the Umbreon and the Greninja, but it has seen a lot of increase in pricing here lately in the last couple of months, 53%, and in the last month only at 1%, but I think because it hasn't yet run up to the level that these others have. But you do see a lot of sales happening in the last 3 days, 18, 32, so above 100 sales in the last 4 days. So is this card going to run up to the level that the Umbreon and the Greninja? I don't know, but I can tell you that with the 30th anniversary around the corner and the set not yet being announced, a lot of people are very positive that this will run up, as well as all the majority of the top hits in the Celebration set. The Mega Rayquaza from, again, 25th anniversary is also doing its thing. It's now in the 3 months, 28%. Just in the last month alone, 37% up, down from it was $19 for almost the entire summer, and it was hovering between $20 and $25. So now, as you can see, it's gone up to like $30, 37% increase, and a lot of sales happening right now for this card. There's a lot of eyes on 25th anniversary because, again, the 30th anniversary is around the corner. Here's the Mew, the Secret Mew celebrations, 25th anniversary, beautiful cards, shiny Mew, and this one hasn't yet seen the level of price increases that the others have. And as you can see, in the 3 months, it's actually down 15%, and in the 6 months, it's down 11%. In the last month, they have been sales, but it hasn't been anything crazy. So this card is still in the $30. In my opinion, could this be a potential card that will be, experiencing in the near future a little bit of a pull up in price? It could be, but again, with singles, it is a very risky investment to try to do, and the plays are always way riskier than if you were to just buy sealed. So keep that in mind. So this is the Mew. The Charizard from Celebrations is about $90 right now, and as you can see, it has not yet seen the level of increase that the other cards are seeing. And I think it has to do with the price point, right? This card is a little more expensive, so buying this one out, it's gonna cost the whales, the deep pocket people, and the groups or whatever, a lot more money, because there's 130 available right now of them, so it will cost them a lot more. So I think it's easier for them to focus on the cheaper cards and pump those out. This is the Celebration CTB, which also has seen a lot of increase in pricing, 15% in the last month. And as you can see, a lot of buyouts happening in TCG Player in the last couple of days. And again, 30th anniversary is going to cause this ETB to go up. This ETB, if you guys didn't watch my top 4 or 5 ETBs of 2025 a month and a half ago, like it was early May, I'll put a screenshot of that here. In that video, I told you guys that this ETB was going to do really well. And it was around $115 when I made that video. It was early May, so it was right here when I made that video. $120 to $130. You could pick this up in Facebook Market for way less than that, like $110. And that was a really good point to get into this ETB, because as you can see right now, they're now going for $170. This ETB is going to be $200 by the end of the year, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice, but you do what you want with your own money. I'll leave the link in the description below if you guys want to watch that video. There was the UPC as well. It's doing fairly well, 26%. This is a more expensive item. Again, it's a UPC, $450 from Celebration, and is also seeing a lot of price increases in the last several months. Here is the ETB from 20th anniversary. This is a 9-year-old ETB. I saw somebody, a YouTuber that I'm not gonna mention any names, but he was saying that the 25th anniversary celebrations, it's a $1,000 ETB. Now, that may be the case, but again, you're comparing a 3-year-old ETB with a 9-year-old ETB. So if the celebrations ever gets to the $1,000 mark, it's gonna be 9 to 10 years from now, right? So you gotta understand that a lot of these people, I don't want to say they're hyped it to their own benefit, but a lot of people talk and they want you to do certain things because there's some way type of showing it benefits themselves. I am just showing you the data. I'm just showing you what I see in the market. And yes, this is a $1,500 ETB, but again, it's a 9-year-old ETB, and as you can see, there's only one available to buy, and it's the one for $1,597. When you have the one that it's available in the market, you name your price. This guy could bump it up to $2,000 if he wanted to, and nobody would say anything because it's the only one. There's nothing to compare in the current market for this 20th anniversary ETB. Here is the Charizard, the Mega Charizard from Generations. That's from that $1,500 ETB that I just showed you. This is the best card of the set. It's $150. Celebrations does not have a card that is this expensive. The only one that comes close to it is the Charizard for $90. We yet don't have something that is $150 or more. But again, this is a 9-year-old card, and it seems to be, to me, that it's also not aggressively, but people are still trying to buy it out because, well, one, we have 30th anniversary coming around the corner, but as well, we have the Mega era that's coming up here very soon. So a lot of the Mega cards that are older may start to get attention. And so I can see how this card in the last 3 months is seeing a 36% increase. That's something to keep in mind as well. Tag Teams cards from Sun and Moon has also been going up in value for the last couple of months. Like this is not news. This has been happening for, I think, for a while now. So as you can see, 6 months back, since January, you can still see that slowly this card specifically has been going up and up and up. But recently, in the last couple of months, it's had a 150% increase, 106% increase in price just in the last month. So this is another card that is, in my opinion, being pumped up. When you see in the groups, in the Facebook market and all these groups, photos of as a Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno card like this, and people trying to offload them in massive amounts of quantities, you can tell that something just doesn't add up. Now, I don't know if this person or these people have had this card for a long time and just now trying to move it because they foresee this happening, but to have this many and dump them all into the market at the same time, that usually causes a little bit of a fluctuation in the market as well. So that's why I'm telling you, be very careful when you try to jump into any of these plays. There's people that dedicate their groups and time to do this, buyouts and pump and dumps is what they call them. So be very careful. The Lucario V-Star from Sword and Shield promo. This promo recently, actually, let's see, 4 days ago. Check this out, 109, 228, 312 sold, and 121 sold. There's only 210 available left in the market in TCG, and it is $7 now. It was a $3 card for the longest time. It hovered around $3 and $4. It is now up to $7, and it's still being bought out. This is the promo, great promo, by the way. And at this price point, because the price point entry level is so low, it easily can be bought out by several people. So here, as you can see, this guy has 12 of them for $8. Once this guy, if somebody buys all of these 12, now we're in the $10 mark, right? And it keeps going up from there. So this Lucario V-Star, again, is also seeing massive amounts of increase, and this is very early. Could this be a play that you could get in right now? Potentially, but I'm not going to tell you to do it because, like I said, it is very risky to get into this, and for all we know, this is going to fluctuate, and then you really don't know when it's going to stop or where it's going to settle. But one thing I will tell you is that all of these cards, when they do a run-up like this, like a pump and dump, they tend to find a new middle point, right? They never really go back down to the $3 or $4 to the starting point that they were for the longest time. They usually pump really high, and then they decrease a little bit, and they find a new baseline, and they stay in that baseline for the years to come until the next pump happens for X, Y, and Z reasons, right? So could it be a somewhat of a safe thing to jump into these cards? I would say so, but don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try to get some sealed products as well from the Sword and Shield era. Try to diversify. You don't want to dump, a ton of money into just a single card because you see it run up and you think it's going to happen, like the Mew from Celebrations. It hasn't yet run up, and if you think it's going to do it, it is just a risky thing. So I would not put all my money into a single card like that. These are the promos from the Sword and Shield that I just wanted to show you guys, that there's a lot of great promos in the Sword and Shield era, and a lot of eyes on Sword and Shield right now because everybody knows that the Scarlet and Violet era is over. Sword and Shield was the last era with great promos, great alternate arts, great sealed product that you can put on the shelf and hold for long-term financial gains. These 6 evolutions right here from the Sword and Shield area, in my opinion, are $50. They're a great price to be picking them up. I think they still have a little more room to grow, especially because they're evolutions. The Charizard V-Star, great card at $30. This is a really good card because it comes from a $400 UPC, right? That card together with these 2 Charizards come from the Charizard UPC that I have somewhere in the background there. And in my opinion, at $20, these cards are a no-brainer to have a couple copies sitting around in your collection because they are great. They look great. One of the best Charizards, one of the best Charizard Vs with the blast, with the Venusaur in the back there in the Burning Forest. It's a great card. And if we scroll down here, I'm finding the Lucario V-Star. There it is, the Lucario V-Star at $4.99. And the reason why it's $4.99 on Pokédata is because it averages the eBay and the market prices and the TCG player prices, and it gives you an idea of what the price point is. DPSA 10 is going for $58 in this card, but that may change here soon with the single card area with these promos. But again, I can't guarantee you that it will. Just something for you guys to know and look at the data. All right, there you have it, guys. That wraps it up for today's video. If you like this type of content, please leave a like in the video. It helps the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on any of these cards that are running right now and what you think about manipulation. Is it not manipulation? Is this normal to you? Let me know what you think about this. My name is Rafael, and stay positive. Keep your head up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.